wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We are broadcasting live from Atlanta, Clark Atlanta University, 96.1 The Beat. What up, y'all? HBCU, of course.
We here on this beautiful campus with all these beautiful black students. Make some more noise for yourselves.
Yes.
You know y'all the future, right?
Yeah. Definitely the future.
Okay, and whatever future this country has, you all represent so much of that. So that's why we want to talk to y'all this morning.
If that bug comes over here, y'all let me know, all right? Just so you know. All right, now we're having a town hall meeting, and we want to discuss a lot of the things that's going on right now.
Well, really, the current protests that are happening around the country. Like, we see what's happening on campuses, all around the country. And I heard the brother Antonio earlier say how President Biden has lost his vote.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, what with what's going on currently on campuses around the country, how is that going to impact y'all in November? Because I do think President Biden is trash, but also Donald Trump is a would-be dictator. You know what I'm saying? He's a threat to democracy as we know it. I don't think you can have somebody in this country, number one, who's got all the alleged criminal charges that he has, but also somebody who doesn't care about the Constitution in any way, shape, or form. He wanted to suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election.
Right. But also, like you said, it's two people that a lot of people don't like, but people have to get out there and vote. And Antonio said earlier that Biden lost his vote.
So Antonio.
Good morning, Antonio.
The floor is yours.
Good morning, guys. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Good morning.
Okay, so I will say, 4 years ago, I was a diehard Joe Biden fan, right? To the point I made skits that went viral to make a mockery out of the Trump administration. But 4 years later, I will say whoever's Joe Biden campaign manager needs to be fired on Joe Biden.
I agree.
Because, why would you support Israel and also try to ban TikTok right before the election? Like, Gen Z, we're not voting for you. Sorry. We lost a lot of our votes, but I'm not voting for Trump either, but I'm not the type of person where I'm going to say, I'm not voting at all. So hopefully whoever's like the independent is like a better option. Like, I'm all about change.
You vote for third-party candidate.
I would this time, and like, it's weird. We have two bad options at this point because it's just showing like, Joe Biden, are you really like for the people like you say you were like 4 years ago? Like, this is weird. It's weird. Like, you're funding Israel. What's that about? So
It's a good point in the way that he's
he does. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now who's behind
What's
you?
your name, brother?
Hi, my name's Tagoe Williams. I'm a freshman mass media arts major. And first off, I want to say free Palestine. And second of all, just like he said, I was a diehard Biden fan, and it was mainly because I didn't want Trump to win again. And then it's like, as you grow older and you mature, and you sit and watch it, as a person who's supposed to be a first-time voter, I can say that Joe Biden doesn't have my vote either.
Wow.
Because I don't know, it's like I can't really sit here and say that he's done enough for us Gen Zers and us as like black people. I feel like it's like you come, you eat with us, you come campaign in our city and things like that, but what are you really doing? You just come in here for a photo op. You come in here for votes, and we're not votes. We're not a photo op. We're people. We have rights. We have opinions, and it's like, if you're gonna actually sit down and listen and talk to us and see what we want, then do that. But don't come just because you need votes and it looks good on your campaign. And I feel like that's all he's doing.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay.
Yes. So, and politics is something that's close and near and dear to me. I've been a person of politics since I was young. History is my thing, so it's like just sitting watching it. Even as vice president, I couldn't really sit here and say, oh, Joe Biden did this, Joe Biden did that. He's just always been there sitting on the sidelines and watching. So as watching him become president, of course it was joyous because it's not Trump, but it's like now, it's not really much he's really doing for us.
So what do you plan to do come November? Like, we know Antonio said he might vote third party.
I'm voting for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Okay, so you voting third party too?
I'm voting for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. actually came to Clark Atlanta last semester, and I got to watch him speak. And we all asked him a couple questions on like what he planned on doing. And I was really hooked on him when he spoke about his stance on HBCUs. Because I mentioned to him that funding was substantially cut for HBCUs. That's why a lot of people complain about their experiences here because we don't have the funding. That's why it's so expensive. So when I asked him what he planned on doing about it, he spoke from his heart and how we're the future. And I was one of the only students in that crowd. So he has my vote.
Well, thank you for your opinion. We appreciate you.
Thank you, boo.
Appreciate the stance.
But I got to let you know, I do want to let you know, just to be fair, the Biden-Harris administration has invested over $7 billion in HBCUs. Just want to throw that out there.
Right.
Right. And she said,
and we got more people on the mic. They say we'll come right back to you. We're gonna play a song and then we'll come right back to you. All right, promise. All right. It is the Breakfast Club. We're broadcasting live from Clark Atlanta University, 96.1 The Beat. Make some noise so they can hear y'all. That's right. Yes. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're broadcasting live from Clark Atlanta University, 96.1 The Beat.
Yo.
Make some noise, y'all. Some more. It's early. Now, we're having kind of like a town hall this morning where we're talking to the students, getting their opinions. And
this is very interesting. This is why I love doing morning radio because, like we say the Breakfast Club is America's front porch, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we get to sit down and, like, talk to people like this every single morning. See what's really going on out here in these streets.
That's right. And we have a young lady on the mic right now. What's your name?
My name is Hannah Puna. I was just here a couple minutes ago.
Peace,
I'm
Hannah.
from North Carolina and Florida.
Okay.
And I just wanted to make it clear that it really does not make sense to vote for Biden anymore. He does not represent us and represent like advocacy for the black community, because how are you going to financially support a genocide and then come to the AUC where you know that Cop City is being built, where you know that our community is being targeted, and talk to us? That just doesn't make any sense to me. So with that said, my personal message is stop Cop City, free Palestine, free Congo, free Yemen, free Syria, free Afghanistan, and all these countries that are under attack and going under genocide that he is ignoring or either directly supporting.
What would you like to hear, Hannah, from President Biden that would make you vote for him in November?
De-invest in Palestine, stop or de-invest in the war. Why are you putting money towards that? And if you are the president, you can do something about Cop City. Demilitarize the AUC and demilitarize all the countries I just listed.
Well, thank you so much. And if you're just tuning in, yes, we're at Clark Atlanta University. This is not a hate train of Biden. We just putting students on the mic and letting them talk.
We're asking the students what they plan to do in November, because you look at everything that's going on, on campuses all across the country. That's right. When I heard Antonio say that earlier, that President Biden has lost his vote, I'm like, let's just talk to the students and see what's happening.
Yeah. Now we got another gentleman on the mic. What's your name, bro?
My name is Ezekiel Stevens, mass media arts major, concentration TV, radio, and film from Saginaw, Michigan. Mr. Clark Atlanta University elect.
All right. What's your opinion, brother? How you feeling?
Honestly, I'm a little confused, a little distraught at the fact is recently we had Donald Trump come on the west side of Atlanta. He came to Chick-fil-A and I guess he won some votes because he gave away 30 milkshakes and chicken sandwiches.
That's all
you know what I'm saying?
That's all it's gonna take.
Right. Yeah, and it threw me off. It threw me off because this is the mecca of black people. You know what I'm saying? This is like.
But also, Chick-fil-A has so much conservative values. Like,
right.
That's not a surprise.
But at the same token, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, he came to our side of town, and that really broke me because it's like it took for a chicken sandwich to win us over. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that. And the fact of the matter is, people are saying they're voting for him just because of the simple fact of a $1,200 stimulus check, not realizing that it was a Democrat woman that helped that put that together, not him. He just signed off. You know what I'm saying? So
Democratic Congress.
I said, So, and with Joe Biden, it's just like you come into Morehouse to do a commencement speech. You feel what I'm saying? And I haven't heard any good things besides the, funding of HBCUs. What else have you done? So it's like they're using us as their meal ticket to get wins, to get dubs. And I'm not a meal ticket. I'm sorry. I don't look at it like that. if you're going to represent me or represent something, you know what I'm saying, represent us for the right cause, not just for no chicken sandwiches and a commencement speech to sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm going to give y'all student debt relief. You know what I'm saying? Granted, that is good, but don't sit here and do that for no votes, man. Like, do it out the kindness of your heart.
So what do you plan to do in November?
What I plan to do, I plan to vote for my local government. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's who really make the big dollars, the big bills. That's who really make the votes. At the end of the day, we got a mayor, Andre Dickens. We also got our congressman. We got about 14 in his Georgia district. Is that right? I don't know politics. Okay, yeah. So I plan to vote for whoever's in the local government right now. You know, I still got some thinking to do.
I can't believe we got here in America where we don't have any good options for the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, that we like.
Yeah.
And also too, when y'all remember, man, when y'all talk about those stimulus checks, please understand they didn't just give y'all $1,200. There was a global pandemic where millions of people had to die for y'all to get that money. So please don't think that somebody just gave that to y'all out the goodness of your heart.
All right, 800-585-1051. We're at Clark Atlanta University. I will say this though, these students give me a lot of hope, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was in,
I ain't getting no hope from these students.
No.
What the hell are you talking about?
The reason I'm saying they give me hope,
Trump about to be in the White House. Y'all ain't giving me no hope this morning.
No, when I say that they give me hope from y'all, is they're into politics and into things that when I was a student that I wasn't into. When I was a freshman, I was more concerned with partying, and I think a lot of us were. But the fact that they're into politics, they know what's going on, they see the future. I love it.
Yeah, you see how you said that, like a lot of us was like going to say I was only into partying. I went to school for a semester.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right, don't exactly me. I learned some stuff there.
What you learn?
Come on, Envy, we gotta go to the commercials.
All right, when we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're broadcasting live from Clark Atlanta University, 96.1 The Beat, and we're having a town hall meeting with the students right now.
Yeah, because I mean, you see everything that's going on campuses all around the country, and you know, like I said earlier, I heard the brother Antonio say, you know, because of that, you know, was that the reason President Biden lost your vote? That and TikTok, you said, right?
Yeah, honestly, because
You're not on the microphone.
They can't hear you.
You just nod your head. Yes.
Yeah, he said yes. Yes. He said yes.
He said yeah because.
Okay. So
Antonio not playing.
I understand everybody's feelings towards President Biden. I don't like President Biden either, but look at the other option. Donald Trump is a fascist, a would-be dictator. He's a complete threat to democracy as we know it.
Right.
So sitting out in November is not an option.
It's not an option.
You know, but I'm not going to tell y'all who to vote for either.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. And we have another young lady at the mic. What's your name?
I'm Victoria Smiley.
Hey,
Thank
Victoria.
you for having us. All I have to say to my fellow young people, whether you're in the room or listening on air, is that now is not the time to feel like your vote doesn't matter. We have a duty to get up and go to the polls, whether or not you know who exactly you're voting for, whether it's Joe Biden, Trump, or somebody else. What we have as a civic duty privilege is to go to the polls. Our ancestors fought and died for that right.
That's right.
So the least we can do is make sure that from here to November, we educate ourselves as much as possible to make an informed decision on who we're going to have in office. That's the least we can do, and we owe it to ourselves and our ancestors because they died, and people are still dying today, getting up, fighting for the right to vote. They won't even let us pass out water and snacks at the polls. So you know that they're working hard and relying on us being uneducated. So from now until that point, make sure y'all doing your part,
That's right.
researching, educating yourselves, and when the time comes, go vote. Thank y'all.
Right, girl. Yes. That's right.
Appreciate it. And what's your name? What's your name?
Hi, y'all. My name is Ariana Irvin. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm a mass media major.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
I was just going to say, like, back in 2020, I'm from Kenosha, so that's when, like, the Jacob Blake and everything happened, and I was a huge student activist, and it, like, turned into burnout because politics are the biggest fraud, the biggest scam ever, and when it comes to these politicians, and especially during election season, the way that they finna get rid of TikTok, because that's the way our generation spreads information. That's how we get the truth about these people, and they don't like that. And so when it comes to Trump, I get so discouraged seeing black people in like the shade room comments and everything talking about that they're going to vote for Trump, they're excited for these stimulus checks. $1,200 is nothing, especially as a college student. That goes by like water. That's like $50 for real. So getting excited, for real, come on y'all, for real. So getting excited over this check, and then when he came, like I was walking, and then it's like the whole world stopped because Trump came in town, and then to see later that he gonna slide to Chick-fil-A and everybody's cheesing, all teeth, smiling, excited for some milkshakes. When he's a fascist, he's a racist. And like back in 2020 when he said we thugs and everything for being in the streets and protesting and being honest about what we going through. And then when it comes to Biden, I see how everybody feels like he's barely done anything for us. You know, he's done things, and I feel like he was mostly put front and center for the black community because he has Kamala Harris on his side. But then really, man, like we got so much more to do. We got so much, and just the things that he's doing, we got to do more. And just the whole genocide is completely wrong, and the way they're trying to silence us is a shame, completely.
So this is a stupid question, but what do you plan to do in November?
We got like my good sis said, we got to vote regardless. The big issue was a couple years ago, everybody was like, oh, I'm just not gonna vote at all. It's like a terrible decision. You got to vote at the end of the day because that's our right. We fought for this, and at the end of the day, if you don't, then you can't have anything to say about it. Yeah. Because you didn't put your vote, you didn't use your voice.
Absolutely.
So, y'all, please vote. Please vote.
Thank you so much. All right, well, you heard it here from the students.
Yeah, I respect every student across America's right to protest, like I said, and elections do have consequences. And when I see you kids out here protesting the way y'all are, I feel like we need more of that for various issues. I agree. When you vote people in office, you have to mobilize and strategize and continue to push these people. You can't just vote and then walk away.
Yeah. Right.
Nah, y'all got to continue to push these folks the way that y'all pushing now. So that's what gives me hope. That's and those last two sisters that spoke gave me hope.
Definitely.
The rest of y'all, I'm thinking about living in Ghana.
Now stop it, man. Stop it. All right. Well, when we come back, we got Jess with the Mess. What we talking about?
I hate when you do that because now I gotta remember.
She was eating her waffle.
Sukiana, she was arrested.
Sukiana.
So we're gonna get to. I know, y'all. I know.
All
That's the biggest reaction we got from y'all all damn day. Y'all want to go mobilize and protest to get Sukiana out?
I'm sure. And we'll get to that next. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.